you trying to sell a home that has visible medical equipment, wheelchair ramps, or other medical equipment, and you're worried it might turn buyers away? In this video, I'm going to show you how you can still stage a home that has visible handicap features while showing it to make it feel warm and inviting without erasing the features that matter the most. Okay, so I want to thank Kay, who submitted this question on one of my YouTube videos, and I want to read it to you real quick so you kind of have an idea as to why I created this video, because I think it's really important to bring this up, because as women over 50, as a baby boomer generation, some of you may be looking at this going, oh, well, I have the same issue, what do I do? So let me read this comment and I'm going to share it here as well. So she wrote, thanks for making the videos. My partner is disabled. We have a stair lift for the stairs, wet room with handrails, and a portable shower chair. In his bedroom, he has a trolley on wheels and a roller mobility aid. Outside, there's a ramp at the back door. And the reason I'm mentioning all these things that is that are buyers put off by adapted houses, particularly when it is so obvious that a disabled person lives in the property. If so, what can one do to homestage the property so it's not so obvious that a disabled person lives in the property? It's probably a sensitive subject, but thought I would ask in case you want to do a video at some point. Thank you again for helpful videos. So I asked, got a hold of Kay and asked her a couple more questions, but she is actually living in Scotland, so this is overseas, but I still see this as a potential subject that can be brought up even in the US. Maybe you have a home that is, an older home and your parents maybe have lived in there, or you have a spouse that's disabled and you have put all these types of things in there as well, and you're kind of wondering and cringing going, oh, can I hide this? Do I need to hide it? Should I take it down, right? There's probably some of the questions you're having. And one of the things that she mentioned also is that they do live in an end-terraced property in a subdivision, and they have lived on the property for 3 years, but even with the stair lift, they're still having issues, so they're looking for a bungalow, which is a one-story home. You may be coming up on the same situation. That may be something that requires you to move as well, right? So again, she's just trying to see what we can do to stage the home. One of the things that she brought up, which I did not even think about until she brought it up, was that the house also has polyfloor safety flooring. It's a type of flooring they use in hospitals, which are anti-slip flooring. And they didn't go down the route of laminated flooring because when her partner eats, makes a mess, and it's the laminate flooring is more hygienic. She thinks. It also doesn't get in the cracks of the laminate flooring, so I totally understand that when cleaning up. So I know that some of you may be thinking, oh, well, yeah, I didn't think about that too. So these are actually good features to show in the house that should be brought up when you're listing your house. Those types of things should be brought up. Look, we've got, maybe the countertops are lower because of the person in a wheelchair, right? Maybe they have more pull-out drawers. Maybe it's this safety flooring, okay? There's a lot of great features that you shouldn't hide behind, and we'll go through that and kind of touch upon that in this video. But I do want to see that there's some thought that was brought to this home and making it easier, yes, for them, but it could also work for another family, okay? So let's get into the different points that I want to bring up about this home. So thank you, Kay, so much for bringing this to my attention. And again, I hope this helps somebody else, maybe that's having the same situation and going, what do I do, right? So let's get into that. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Kasha. Maybe some of you are facing the reality of having some medical equipment out. Maybe you have a wheelchair ramp or some grab bars, and you're not quite sure that that's going to turn off buyers. And I really understand that this can be a sensitive issue for some people, and I understand that. But I do want to share my thoughts on this and get your opinion as well as my viewers and see if you agree, okay? So when you think of an adapted home, a handicapped home, you may be thinking of something like this, where there's an outside ramp that's kind of rickety, kind of falling apart, and it's just not looking the best to show off the home. Okay, first, let's be real. I want to acknowledge the reality that yes, many people want move-in ready houses to make them look and feel light and open and fresh, right? But when it comes to having a handicapped home, you may be kind of cringing going, oh, well, that's not for me. And you're probably right, but it is right for another family. So you may want to think about that these features are something works for an aging parent. It could be a spouse. It could be a disabled child. So don't feel it's not for you. Maybe it's not, but it could be for another family that is looking for a move-in ready home with all these features in it. Maybe they're looking, because they have a disability, they're looking for only a one-story house. Well, in Kayla's example, she has a two-story house because there's a stair lift in there, okay? This is an issue, and more so, unfortunately, fortunately, I personally don't have any disabled relatives in my family. Now, I did have my mother-in-law, when she was battling cancer, she did have a wheelchair, so my father-in-law built a ramp in the garage to help her get up in the stairs. They did have a lift in the truck to get her up in the vehicle for her appointments. But they did have a one-story house, okay? So there are certain things that she needed to make her life just easier. And so, like I said, this could be for an aging parent. It could be for, for baby boomers who are downsizing. They just want something smaller and they go, wow, yeah, a one-story home would be fantastic, but I do need those showers that don't have a huge lip. I don't need a bathtub in the house. I just need a walk-in shower, right? Or I need those handrails and things like that. So it could be for an aging adult. It could be for a disabled child. There are still some kids that do need extra help. It could be for a disabled veteran who got injured, right? So it's not to say that this is only for one type of person. You could be a unicorn among others who need this type of home, okay? So when I say unicorns, I'm thinking, okay, you think yours is unique and going to be really hard to sell, right? Okay, so that's the mindset that you probably are thinking, right? We had the same kind of idea when we were renting our house before we moved, because we rented it out and we thought it was a unicorn too. So we kind of steeled ourselves, got ourselves, thinking, okay, well, this is going to take a while. That's fine. We're okay if it takes a while to get rented, because our property is on 10 acres. It's out in the country. It's off a gravel road, but it's a nice house with big yard, right? 10 acres is a lot of land, but mostly it's trees, right? We had a pool and there are very few neighbors. And we thought, okay, this is going to take a while. Even our realtor expected it's going to take a while. We had 5 showings in one day and got an offer above asking rental price. Above the rental price. I'm like, what? People do that? They really wanted our house. So you may think it's a unicorn, but it is perfect for somebody else, okay? I actually did a home staging affirmations video on this. Go take a look at that. I'll leave that link in the show notes so you can see that, yes, your house could be perfect for somebody, and you may think it might be a hindrance. That's okay. For those buyers who visibly see the ramps, they may walk away and self-eliminate and go, okay, you know what, this house is not for me, okay? That's fine, okay? That's all right. So how do we handle medical equipment, right? So large items like hospital beds and wheelchairs and oxygen tanks, they can, grab attention in not the best way that you may want to do it, right? So if they're not needed daily, when it comes time for the pictures, I would pull those things, especially like the oxygen tank, if you can kind of put it in the closet, make the bed in such a way that, it's not as obvious that it is a medical bed, but you know what? It's as part of the features, it's a bed that's actually going to move as long as it's staged and put in a good spot, right? When you're staging a bedroom, you're doing the same thing, right? You're going to have a nightstand, you're going to have the nice bedding, right? So you don't want to show off those things. You want to tidy up the cords, maybe have a decorative screen or something like that, and arrange it so the equipment kind of blends in with the space and doesn't stick out as much, okay? You also want to highlight the accessibility as a bonus, right? So people think that it's just for older adults, right? Like I mentioned, it may be for the kids, but those families that are with disabled children are actively looking for houses with ramps, with grab bars, with wider spaces, maybe a bigger kitchen without a kitchen island, because maybe they need a wheelchair to wheel around in the kitchen, okay? So you want to showcase those things in a way that makes it feel stylish, okay? So for example, you can add spa-like touches in the bathroom by putting towels over those grab bars, okay? Maybe painting the bathroom so it's not a stark white medical hospital looking type room, right? And I know one of the comments I had for when I was just talking about house colors and wall colors, if you take a look, I'll leave that link also. Sea salt is a great, nice green kind of color that you can use, or a blue kind of color. Take a look at that video as well to give you paint ideas for a bathroom that may need a touch of color and just some stylish pieces to it, okay? So when you highlight the accessibility features, this is also something that makes the home unique, but it's also a lifestyle that works for the family, whether it's, like I said, an aging adult, baby boomers, or a disabled child. Now, if you do need some home staging tips, I do offer a free home staging guide that you can download for free. And in there I have 10 staging tips to get you started. I have home improvement tips, as well as ways to influence buyers so that you can make a great first impression. So download it for free and get yourself started on staging your house. So the last thing I want to mention is making it clean, keeping it clean and neutral and open, okay? When you're showing your house, you want to have the colors neutral, you want to clear away the clutter, and you want to create open layouts. Because again, if you do have a disabled person in there, you want to make sure that it's wide enough hallways, spaces to go in the living room with a wheelchair, so the furniture is going to be further apart. There's going to be more room in the kitchen. You may have gotten rid of an island because it was too small and didn't give you enough space, right? Maybe you have some fancy drawers that pull out from the cabinets, that you do have in there. That's accessible, type features that you would want to show off for your home. Even I have those on my kitchen island because that's just so much easier, that when you have an island and you're trying to pull out, accessories, appliances, or whatever I have down there, like pans or dishes or whatever, I'd rather have a pull-out drawer out of the cabinet versus kind of digging back there trying to find the piece that I need. So all those things are great features that help show off your house. The other thing when it comes to medical aids is that you want to make sure that they are in good working order. You don't want the rickety ramp. You don't want it kind of broken up in pieces going, oh, that doesn't look safe, right? Make sure your stair lift, if you have one, is still working, because it's just like you're selling your house. You're going to be selling the fridge, the stove, the oven, all those appliances. This is part of those appliances, okay? You want to make sure everything's in good working order so that you sell it and sell it with the house, right? Because it's part of the features of the house. So we're going to be staging it for comfort and connection with the new family that's going to be moving in, okay? So while baby boomers may be selling their house with, the medical aids, but you also have it filled with your memories like tchotchkes and credenzas and curios with figurines and things like that, and a little bit of clutter, you're still going to have to stage it and transition to make it more appealing to buyers. So yes, you want to show off the mobility aids and disability ramps and things like that in there. You still need to stage the house. You still need to make the bed. You still need to clear the counters. All those kinds of things are going to be helpful, and this part of staging your house to sell. I do have some pictures of some handicap accessible homes, and you can see that things like a ramp doesn't have to look, that awful. So I'm maybe thinking, oh gosh, it looks kind of bad. You might want to take a look at maybe this ramp. Maybe you have a wooden steps coming up, and then you just have a wooden ramp going up alongside it. Or you have this one that's built next to the house, and maybe you just paint it to kind of blend in with the home. Another home that's a white one has the same visible and wraparound kind of porch, and it does have a ramp that goes with it, but it's painted white to blend in with the rest of the house. So there are some ways that you can hide things in plain sight, which is something that I really love to do when it comes times to staging your home. But there are some other ideas that it doesn't have to look awful, okay? You may be cringing going, oh, I don't think so. It's okay. This is an accessible home. That's what people's new lifestyle is going to be like, and you may be that unicorn that buyers are looking for. Because again, they don't have to spend the money on it and go, oh, well, okay, it's already put in for me. Great. I don't have to spend the money to put in grab bars or put in a ramp or a stair lift because it's a two-story home. So in answer to Kayla's question, I would say no, that an adapted or handicap home is not a hindrance, not off-putting to buyers, because there are going to be buyers out there who are going to be looking for an accessible home, okay? Like I said, there would be buyers that it may turn them off, but that's because it's not the right house for them. There are other families out there that are going to need those features, and it's actually going to be, a good thing, right? As long as you follow, the couple of things that I mentioned, like everything's in good working order, that you are showing off the accessible home, kind of hide things, the cords and things like that you can, to make it, a staged home and clear of clutter. Like I said, it could be for an aging parent, it could be for a spouse, a disabled veteran, or a disabled child. And while yes, your house may be a unicorn, it may be about something that this is exactly what this family needs in order to make their life easier. Think about those things. Viewers, let me know in the comments. I would love to know. Do you agree, disagree with what I said? This was a great subject to talk about and bring up, because there are going to be some baby boomers, some of you women over 50 that are getting ready to sell your house, and you're like, well, is this going to be okay? Is this all right? Yep. You can definitely stage your house using and showing off those handicap features in your home. I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and we'll talk to you later. Bye!